We're here today with Phil and Artie, the Mansa Mojo Brothers. They brought us the film LILIN'S Brood. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today.
No problem. Thanks for having us here.
Hey,
thank you.
Glad to do it. You know, I knew when I was coming to Los Angeles, I knew I definitely wanted to sit down with you guys. We had such a great conversation about the film on Conversations Live. I knew we wanted to bring you guys to Cyrus Webb Presents. Phil, I want to start with you. I mean, what has it been like for you already to see the response to the film?
Well, that's kind of interesting. It's amazing having a finished product and having people able to see your product, and for the people that have saw the product to tell you that this is a great product, this is a great movie, comparing it to some of the best-selling movies out there already, like Blair Witch, Paranormal Activities. Even it's amazing. I love it. I can't complain.
Yeah, and Artie, speaking to what Phil was just saying, I noticed when I was prepping for your segment, you guys have some great promotional videos you all have been posting about people giving their feedback. Some of them after seeing the film, others being reviewers. I mean, what does it feel like for you to have that kind of response?
It's a good feeling to know that people are at least connecting with the work that we've done so far. Because it's one thing for us to believe in the work that we've done, but then it's another thing to have a response from somebody else from who knows where, connecting with the same things, connecting with the work we've done. People who like what we've done as well. So I think it's a good feeling. That's why we kind of posted it up, because that's like, all right, there are people out there that like us. There are people enjoying what we do. Just like there are, other people out there who probably are on the other side of the wall.
Exactly right. Phil, one of the things we talked about on the radio show was how this all kind of came together, and it all began with an idea, and the two of you were able to come together and to bring this idea now to a reality. You talked about how great it is to be able to have the finished product. When you look back, I mean, does it make all the hard work, all the long days, the stress of it, does it make it all worthwhile?
Yes, I think anybody in the industry, the film industry, can tell you when you take an idea from idea to conception, from conception to actual, the ability to watch it on film or digital or whatever, it feels good. I mean, looking back upon it now, it was a lot of hard work put into it, but it's hard work that I'll do again and again and again, because I love this industry, I love what we're doing, and it's fun work. Fun work. Ultimately, just going through all of this, going through the film process, and the whole thing is fun. So it's hard work that I'd love to do again.
Yeah. Artie, do you still have those pinch me moments that you actually have something that's available on online retailers for people to be able to get? I mean, that is yours, something that you created.
Yeah, in a 2 year time frame to say that, I keep thinking about it like, we got it out there. We have something on the market.
Yeah.
We have a feature-length film, because so many people that we know just shorts trying to get to their feature. But we have it, and it's out there. People can access it.
On well-established platforms.
Right.
Platforms.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, especially every day. I mean, granted, it's only been out for a short period of time, but it's out there. I keep thinking like, this is such a big moment for both of us.
Right.
Say that.
The name of course, you guys, the production, Mansa Mojo Brothers. I mean, you all talked about on Conversations Live about really you all are brothers. Phil, do you think part of that is because you've been able to come together and that bring a single product to life and be able to support each other and being able to do that?
Yes, that to include that, but I think on a deeper level we connect on so many other things just outside of the film industry. That helps when you have when we kind of like, we have a lot of the same taste in a lot of different things, music, film,
Gotcha.
Other things like that. So bringing all that together, it makes it easier for when we're trying to collaborate on a particular world or a particular story, even to have an understanding of, okay, I see where he comes from, I see he sees where I'm trying to go with it, and just being able to snap it together and then push it on through, it helps.
And everything we go through is like, whether disagreements or agreements, we work through everything in an amicable manner, like grown men. And it's easy to find that, but it's also hard to find that with some people. It's like, especially when it comes to creating things, people are so tight on it. But at least when we start to share our creative ideas and sensibilities, we're able to really piggyback off of each other, whether we disagree or agree.
Right.
You have to be able to respect the person that you're working with first and foremost. Even if, like you said, if we do have a disagreement, if I can respect where he's coming from, I know, what he's trying to put out. It makes it a lot easier to accomplish what we've accomplished thus far.
Exactly. And I think that's what it's all about. For those who are just tuning in on the television side or through our web series, Cyrus Webb Presents, we're excited to welcome the Mansa Mojo Brothers. We're talking to Artie and Phil today. We're talking with them not only about their film, LILIN'S Brood, but also what it's been like for them to come together and bring something to life. LILIN'S Brood is an interesting story, Artie, and I think the great thing is the way the story is told, because you literally bring us, the viewer, into it because of the way it's shot. I mean, is that part of what you finding that the audiences love, that they feel like they're really a part of the action?
And the thing, yeah, especially with this genre and with this type of film, that is, with the people who love these type of films, that is the strong point, that we're putting you within the action. We're not having you as a fly on the wall, as a third-person voyeur. You're now a character within the movie, as just like a video game experience,
right,
more or less. So now, people who enjoy that are now enjoying the way we shot our film, because now it's not so shaky. It's not something that's going to give you like a headache while you're watching it. It's something that moves smoothly through the action or through the atmosphere, but also gives you different styles and different point of views and different angles, so that you can still get that movie feel, if
right,
you know what I mean, but still get that first person video game into the action type of feel.
Trying to immerse you into the experience of what the characters are going through.
Yeah, exactly. And Phil, to that point about the characters, I mean, we got to know them a little bit because of, again, you guys using social media, especially YouTube, to kind of share a part of them. I mean, what was it like for you to have that trust? We talked about that on the radio show, the trust of these actors to bring your vision to life.
Just working with them and, being able to just explain to them what we're looking for. First and foremost, have them to read the script, understand what we're trying to bring about. It's too many times, you can read a script and think you have an idea of what you want in your head and what the other person might want, but to have the cast read the script and understand that this is a moving piece, is very fluid. We're going to be in and out of scenes where we want everybody to feel like this is happening in real life. We got what we call ultra realism. We want everybody to feel like this is real, like this is really happening. And they have the cast be able to read this and be able to be themselves, but at the same time, connect with the characters that we're asking them to portray. It made the experience a lot easier for them to do what we asked them to do. And therefore, the trust came in with them just, understanding that, this is not the typical movie that you're probably used to being a part of. This is a Mansa Mojo Brothers experience. And, just bring them into our world of what we're looking for, and then having them, through trial and error over and over and over again, find to where they can get it, and just pushing forward with it. They were able to, finally understand that, hey, these guys know what they're talking about. That we could, I could let them have the reins, because this is their world. They know what this world should look like.
Exactly. Artie, when Phil just said Mansa Mojo Brothers, I mean, how does that feel to know that, that is something that people are going to know? They're going to know the Mansa Mojo Brothers.
It feels good, and I want it to grow even more. I want more and more people to know about it, because at the end of the day, us as a partnership, we're growing. We're going to be big, I believe. Our creative minds together have proved to strengthen us. We have a product on the market now. We have a movie out there that people are enjoying. Even during productions, you could tell the actors were just giving us their all. They were trusting us with everything that they had, because at the end of the day, we were trusting them. We were telling them, we were giving them everything that we had. They were giving us everything back. So for him to say that, and for people to resonate with that, it's like, wow. Because 2 years ago we were just starting out, like, man, let's think of this. Let's try to do this. And
it was just Phil. Now it's the Mansa Mojo Brothers with a project that we just accomplished product and project. And now it's bigger than that. It's us trying to take that to other products and other projects, other stories. Because we have the Mansa Mojo Brothers together have other stories that we want to tell, not just horror films, if you will.
Exactly. So a lot for us to be able to look forward to. And guys, glad that you all could stop by here while we're in Los Angeles. Again, everyone, Phil and Artie, of course, of the Mansa Mojo Brothers. The film is called LILIN'S Brood. So make sure you all get it on your favorite online retailer for sure. And also make sure you all are staying connected with the guys as well. So who would like to tell us how our audience can stay connected with the project, as well as what's coming up next for LILIN'S Brood?
So you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/LILIN'S Brood movie, Twitter.com/LILIN'S Brood, Instagram.com/LILIN'S Brood. You could also find us on iTunes. and you can find us on Amazon. Both large retailers, Amazon VOD and iTunes VOD, and we're planning to probably roll out on different platforms as well as the months come or go by. So you can keep up with us. We update every day. We update hourly. We'll let you know what's going on with this. You stay tuned with us. Few more projects in the hand. We got some thrillers that we would like to do. We got a LILIN'S Brood Part 2, if you'd like to see it.
Yeah.
And, we're working in different genres.
Historical biopics, different stories that are out there right now. The Mansa Musa, somebody, might be familiar with King Mansa Musa, Black Wall Street Project. Some other little stories out there, a bunch of stories that we got. We'll be bringing them to you shortly.
All right. Well, Phil, Artie, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it, and glad you could drop by Cyrus Webb Presents today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. And we thank you, our audience, for joining us for another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents.